There was a certain kind of beauty, a prettiness that everyone could see. Big eyes and full lips like a kid's, smooth, clear skin, symmetrical features, and 1,000 other little clues. Somewhere in the back of their minds, people were always looking for these markers. No one could help seeing them, no matter how they were brought up. Million years of evolution had made it part of the brain. Big eyes and lips said, I'm young and vulnerable. I can't hurt you and you want to protect me. And the rest said, I'm healthy. I won't make you sick. And no matter how you felt about a pretty, there was always a part of you that said, I want to be pretty too. On your 16th birthday, you received an operation to make you pretty, like everyone else. And it was almost my turn to be pretty too. And then I met Shay.
What's your name?
Shay, what's yours?
Tally.
You come here often?
No, not exactly.
Shay was different. She didn't want to be pretty despite my attempts to convince her how great I thought it was.
Hey, check this one out. I tweaked the eyebrow a little bit.
Whose face is that supposed to be?
Mine.
The game is just designed to make you hate yourself.
No, it shows you what you're going to look like when you're pretty. You want to try it out?
I want to go hoverboarding.
Okay. Let me just fix my nose a little bit. It's so ugly.
Your nose isn't ugly. I like your eyes, too.
You're crazy. They're way too close together.
Who says?
Biology says.
You don't really believe that, do you? That there's only one way we're supposed to look and we're all programmed to agree on it?
It's not about believing. You just know it. You've seen the pretties. They look wonderful.
They all look the same.
I thought that too at first, but when you really look at them, you see that they look like themselves, just a better version. They're not all freaks.
We're not freaks. We're normal. So what if we're not gorgeous? At least we're not hyped up Barbie dolls.
And you think things were so much better back when everyone was ugly? Or did you miss that day in school?
I know. Back then, everyone was judged on their appearance. And the people who were taller got better jobs. And the people who were voted for as politicians were prettier. Blah, blah, blah.
And people killed each other over things like having different skin color. Who cares if we all look the same? It's the only way to make things equal.
What about making them smarter?
Fat chance of that. This world, it's what we have. The truth is, we're ugly. We can't wish it away or tell ourselves that we're pretty. I can't pretend that my nose is fine or that my eyes aren't too close together. That's what they made the operation for, to fix it.
It's a trick, Tally. The only people you've ever seen are your parents, your teacher, people who are over 16. You weren't born into thinking that that was what was beauty. You were programmed into thinking everything else is ugly.
It's not about programming, it's just a natural reaction. Back in the day, it was all random. Some people were pretty, some people were kind of pretty, some people were ugly all their lives. Now, everyone's ugly and then they're pretty. No losers.
There are losers.
I told her I would never get used to the idea. I didn't want to be ugly all my life. I wanted those perfect eyes and lips and for everyone to look at me and gasp.
What do you think's out there? It's called the smoke.
It's not a city, and nobody is in charge, and nobody is pretty.
How do you get there? Walk? No, silly. Long-distance hoverboards. You take them past the roller coaster. What's a roller coaster? It's like this big metal thing with a cart on wheels. People used to ride them for fun. Shay talked about the smoke all the time. She was convinced it was a real place. I just never knew how serious she actually was about it.
I don't want to be pretty. I'm sick of this city and these rules and these boundaries. The last thing I want is to become some empty-headed pretty, living my life as one big party all day. I want to be my own person. I want a non-symmetrical face, and I want to think for myself. Hallie, I'm going to the smoke, and I'm not coming back.
And when I finally realized that Shay was right about all this, it was too late. Nature, at least, didn't need an operation to be beautiful. It just was.